And I'm live. Mari Smith coming to you from gorgeous sunny San Diego. It is Saturday, October 31st, 2015, and it's Halloween. I just did a little Facebook Live there with a dark wig, a black wig, and a wonderful mask. Let's see. I don't think I'll be putting it back on, but there's my lovely cat mask and my big old wig. That's fun. So we'll play with that later off camera. So the purpose of today is to really just dive into as many Facebook questions as I possibly can answer for you in about the next hour. I'll even go to an hour and a half if there's still folks on and still questions. So on Wednesday, the 28th, I led a webinar. Let's just share my screen for a second and just refresh your minds about that. So I took you through the 5 essential success factors, as we call them, 5 essential success factors to build your business on Facebook and Instagram. You're welcome to use the hashtag today if you want to tweet about that. Otherwise, it's fine. Now, what happened is we chatted for about 45, 50 minutes, and then I was able to do a little bit of Q&A, and a lot of questions were left unanswered. And then also I have another webinar I led recently was for our friends over at Cision, and there's a lot of questions remaining unanswered over there. So I wanted to go ahead and take this opportunity to to answer the questions live. Just before I do dive into the questions, I just wanted to remind you this was the new program that I've just launched. If you're wanting to have a boost in your holiday revenue, even before U.S. Thanksgiving, we start on November 19th. We're actually going to meet just twice for deep dive 2.5-hour sessions, November 19th and 23rd, and then a nice bonus follow-up on December 1st. Super affordable price, and love to have you come and join us there at marismith.com/Facebook Focus. You can check it out there. Got any questions about that, let me know. Or if you are on the live Hangout page right now, you'll find the link below, just that button, Get Facebook Focus. All right. And yeah, if you're on that link, by the way, well, you should know you have to press play. So there you go. I better pause that because we don't want myself coming out twice. Okay, actually, before I dive in, let me go ahead and get started with the questions right here that I saw on my little Facebook Live. I cracked myself up. Happy Halloween to you too, Chris. All right, so Pandian Asokan, you're asking me how to post a link to multiple groups along with its images. How to post a link to multiple groups? Well, you know, you can schedule to groups in Hootsuite, or can you? You know, I just don't ever schedule to groups, but I thought that you could. Maybe someone else knows the answer to that, or we'll find out for you. We'll get you that answer. But let's see. Do I have add a social network? Well, Facebook's already in there, but yeah, no, you can do groups. You can do groups. Well, you might try Hootsuite, and then you can pick a number of groups. That's what I would suggest. And there might be others too. You might also check at Post Planner, our friends over at postplanner.com, or a Buffer. I don't know if Buffer schedules to groups, but it's just not something that I do myself, but hopefully that's helpful. Manpreet, why is now very interested in doing business in India? Providing, yeah. Well, I can't answer that, but probably Facebook or Mark Zuckerberg can. I know they're taking an extreme interest in India, which I think is fantastic. And particularly actually providing the internet.org, I think is one of the most brilliant offers and creations right now happening in the world globally, because really helping a lot of people either in remote places of the world and or developing countries to get internet access. So anyway, I'll come back to that part. And also you're welcome to pop your questions below on the Facebook tab. Okay. So with that, I actually have my team have created a wonderful document for me, which has all of your questions already on there from the webinar and a few others that we gathered from Twitter and whatnot. Okay, so I'll periodically jump back on camera, but mostly I'm going to share my desktop, and as I go through and answer the questions, I may actually share, Power Editor or the Ads Manager or different places that need to be seen in order to answer the question. All right, let's get diving into the next batch of questions. So we have them here on a Google Doc. Let's see. So Kyle, hi Kyle, you're asking, will it be possible for small businesses to use live video in the future? Okay, so what Kyle's asking about is Facebook Live. And Facebook Live is a feature that's actually currently only available if you have a verified page, so it has that little check mark, or actually it's available now to verified profiles. Now then, if you don't have that, actually, and they're saying it's public figures too, so you need to be a public figure and have a verified check mark. But if we sit back and kind of look at what Facebook is doing with this rollout, number one, if they had made Facebook Live available to 1.5 billion active users, you can imagine that would be intense. That would be an awful lot of live video. Let me take that off there because we are now on the 31st. These are questions from then, the 28th. So it just would be too much for the feed. It would be too much load on the platform. So they're rolling it out, and this is just the way that Facebook's doing it. However, I would recommend that you take a look at the Mentions app. Okay, so you can go on your Android or iOS device, and you can go to mentions.com. So I just did there. Actually, it's facebook.com/Facebook Mentions, or just do what I did. Go to Google and Google Mentions. So it'll tell you if you're eligible. You can go there and it'll see if you're eligible. And if you're not, you can download the app and then apply for it. You can upload government issued photo ID. So that's a possibility. But for now, it's not everybody, but keep an eye on this spot. I say small businesses, maybe is 6 months, a year from now. I really have no idea. I wish I did. I wish I had some inside intel to share with you, Kyle, and everybody on this one. And I know it's a very, very popular feature, and it's just amazing. It's so fabulous that when you create a live video like I did just a few minutes before we started on this Google Hangout that I'm streaming through my streaming live through my Facebook page through a third-party app, that it creates an instant video, and it's actually getting some pretty good organic reach. I noticed that a lot of my videos that I've done live, they get some good organic reach. And also, sometimes it'll pop up in the notifications. Mari Smith's live right now. So anyway, let's dive into this. Is a meaty topic, pixels. I know a lot of questions come up around pixels, and there's a lot of confusion around it. So Marianne Hill, hi there, Marianne. She's asking, do we need more than one pixel on our website? We put one on about 8 months ago, but now wondering, 1 pixel per ad, please. No, she says, yeah. Okay, so let me just, let's just come off. Well, I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a moment while I need to find the exact place that I want to direct you to. Okay. If you bear with me 1 second, I know exactly where it is. I'm going to look it up in one of my groups is where I have this. And the good news though, is that Facebook has gotten a lot better with the pixel, because initially it was two different types. So let me just concentrate. Oh my goodness, Facebook asking me things. So let's do this. So the pixel, I'm going to give you that link, and then this pixel helper, and then this one is pretty exciting too. So I'm bring up these three for you, and then I'll reshare my screen, and you'll see. Okay, let's see, back over to here. I wish that Google made it just a bit easier to switch back and forth, but it's a lot easier than some. And I'm not complaining, because unlike GoToWebinar, at least on Google Hangouts, you can record both desktop sharing and the webcam. So we love that. All right. So actually, how do I check this work? Yeah, this is the page. Excuse me. So in fact, if you want, I don't know where you're watching or if anybody is, wants to go ahead and use this link, I'm going to go ahead and paste it below in the comments. So if anybody wants to follow in there, so it's going to be below right here. Hi, Heather. Hey. Oh, thank you. She says you can post to groups in Hootsuite. Well, yeah, so that's good news. For some reason, I thought that they'd taken that feature away or something. So I just popped that right in there. What this is, good news. So in the past, there was the conversion tracking pixel. The conversion tracking pixel helps you to track signups, opt-ins, registrations, adds to cart, things like that. And you definitely do need to put one pixel on each website that you're tracking, each web page. And then if you're doing retargeting, you put the pixel goes on your website, you can go on your main website, and then you create what are called custom audiences. And those are done either in the Ads Manager or in Power Editor. But if you follow this guide, it's fairly straightforward. Installing well, I'm saying straightforward, but honestly, I'm a bit of a techie myself. But so you go to your Facebook pixel page in Ads Manager. Let me just open that in a new window and you can get a sense of what that is. Click Actions, View Pixel Code. Oh, it says it's if you've already created it. The code looks a bit unwieldy. I mean, this is what it looks like now, but where this little 3 green is, this is where it's a combination now. It's a universal tracking pixel where you put this piece of code on your website, or for instance, I use lead pages a lot, and then you can drop this code on each lead page. But this is the part that's the variable. Oops, it's an image, I can't highlight it, but that is what Facebook calls an event, a standard event code. And that is the one that says, see, it's right here. You'll need to do this for every page you want to track. And that's because it's the conversion. All right, so if we go here and click on that, these are all of the conversions that you can, or they call it, it's interesting calling standard events, search, add to cart, add make purchase, lead, that's a good one, complete registration. So all of that helps you when you are placing your ad to know for each $1 that you spend on an ad, how much of it is converting into a result that you're looking to create. And if I flip through, these are all the slides that we went through on Wednesday. Let me just pull up that one little one that I want to show. Here it is. Just as a reminder that when you use these pixels, the retargeting, so that you can place ads in the Facebook newsfeed and perhaps right-hand side of people who have visited your website. That's why it's called retargeting, because they visited your site or certain pages on your site, and then you're saying, hey, here's some more content, or finish your registration or something like that. And when you use that pixel, you're going to get a higher conversion and a lower cost. And that's what our friends here at Mixpo said, that 90% of Fortune 500 companies are not doing Facebook ads right. And I love this. So you're on the right track there, Marianne, in making sure that you have these pixels. Now, to the Ads Manager, 1 pixel for conversion tracking, optimization, remarketing. So this is a fairly recent change or improvement, you might even call it. Just drinking my tea here. I'm really excited to see this. It's like I say, fairly new. It was a lot of confusion before. Facebook's really doing their best to try to reduce as much confusion so that you are able to only put the pixel on one time, but then you do need to go in and make those adjustments. Okay. So I was hoping I could just show you a quick, yeah. I don't use Ads Manager that much myself. I actually use Power Editor, but there's create audience. So see, I've already created the pixel, so it might be easier to create a pixel first. Actually, I don't want to get too down into the weeds here. I don't want to get too into the weeds for you here, but yeah. once the pixel's created, then you make the different iterations of it. See, this is to do a retargeting one. So let's say people visiting specific web pages. So let's say with this website, I've already set up the pixel and I want to go, the URL contains Mari Smith / Facebook Focus. And I want to say usually I'll leave it the last 30 days, but it's actually the page only existed for about 7 days, but we could put 7 days. It doesn't matter right now for this example, and give it a name. And so then what's going to happen is that because I've already got the pixel on my website, it's already going to go ahead, and as you can see the little green light, it's going to create that audience for me to be able to place ads to people that have visited my website. Now, what I would also do, and this is just a bit more complex, and I don't want to get into, I can't spend this long on every single question because we've got a lot of questions to get through, but there's a full step-by-step tutorial in the Facebook Focus course, Business Builder, if folks want to come and join us there. We'll be able to spend 6 hours together diving deep into this. But Marianne, I know when you said please no, it's not 1 pixel per ad, but it is 1 pixel per page that you're driving traffic to. All right, so hopefully that's a little bit clearer. Lynn Matsuoka, similar question in the pixel department here, but retargeting, I just kind of gave the example right there, but essentially it's where someone goes to your website, they maybe take an action, maybe don't. Let's say they're going to sign up for a webinar, right? So like when I did the webinar on Wednesday there, I did a redirect mariwebinar.com that takes you to this lead pages. Now inside of lead pages, I had a little pixel that the same ideas we just showed you, that then when people would land on this page, but let's say they clicked sign up and they got this far and they did not actually end up on my mailing list. What I would do is I would place an ad in the news feed directly targeting the people that landed on this page, and then suppressing or excluding the list of people who did sign up. And it's called exclusion targeting with custom audience. Adam is asking of Yogurt Top Media. Hey Adam, would you install multiple Facebook pixels on different pages with different tracking codes, or could you install 1 Facebook pixel with multiple tracking codes repeated across pages? Yeah, actually you can. Multiple, yes, you can. Multiple pixels with different pages. I mean, this is going to be more granular results. And if your head's spinning by now, folks, if you're listening or you're watching the replay later, we've started with probably the most challenging topic first. We batched all these questions together, and the pixels is one that confuses people probably the most, and hence 90% of even major corporations out there not doing Facebook right. They're not using the pixels. And yet when you do, you get better results. So Adam, I would definitely experiment with that. You could do multiple pixels in different pages, different codes, depending on what you're tracking, right? We just saw that with all these different things. If you're tracking an add to cart on one page, but you're tracking a make purchase on another, or a lead or a complete registration, these are those little codes, right, that go into that, inserted into your main code. You actually put it in, you actually go into the code that Facebook gives you and paste that, whichever standard event, like in this case, this example, they're adding to cart, it goes in before the close of the script. It's amazing that we have to be coders now. We have to understand code to do these ads, but they have gotten a little simpler, like I say, because now it's just one set of codes. Anthony, hello Anthony. Can you put a retargeting pixel directly on a Facebook page? Wow, that's a great question. Well, my guess would be no, for sure no on a page. I mean, it's not going to make any difference because you don't have access to the head tags, but with an app, it could be possible. I know Heather, you're also work closely with 22 Social. Yeah. Oh, she's not accessible. Let me just make sure she knows where to go. Miss Nasima. Or anyone else on my team or others that are tuning in, my friends here at 22 Social, I don't know if you can do retargeting on an app. My guess would be you can on a third-party app, but definitely not on your general page, and that's not going to work. Facebook wouldn't let us do that. I bet there's some ninja workarounds though. All right, messaging. This is an awesome feature, and I love the message features. I just wrote up a big blog post yesterday, a guest blog post for business.com. I actually just have a new relationship with, it's official. I've had a long relationship with business.com, but we just made it official. You'll be seeing a press release come out about that and a new blog post on a regular basis. I'm going to be doing some video training. It's very exciting. But the post I just did was all about messaging, and I'll share that with you all. When or how can we get message option on page? Oh my goodness. So PJ, you have that. You should at least have that. Go into your settings, and it's right here. If you do not see messages, I don't know what part of the world you're in, but I'm wondering if perhaps Facebook does not have this rolled out to everyone, but you just go into settings and then you would check. If this is not checked, you check it and hit save changes. And then you can go into your messages. I turn mine on and off periodically. I tend to get a lot of, I hesitate to call it spam, but just a lot of messages from people looking for help from Facebook. They think that, I'm Facebook tech support. I wish I could help everyone, with all due respect, but I do think that the message feature for most businesses is definitely worth leaving on and having a plan deployed so that you can make sure that you're responding to people. Did I just go back there? Yes, I did. You also get that response. I know my response rate is really low right now because I actually had it off for the most part. Oh, hey, Heather. Yeah, Heather's saying, what's the minimum qualification to be able to utilize? Oh, mentions. You're talking about mentions. I've tried several times to add it, but I installed it, but it keeps saying deny. I don't know. Facebook's not released that information about minimum qualification. I'm not sure if it's a number of fans or if it's a certain category, like only public figure. I'm not sure. I don't think so because I see a lot of different entertainers and whatnot. But I do know that I don't think I've ever seen anyone without the blue check mark being able to do the live. So, will private messages, this is Linda, owner at Cedar Creek Publishing. Hi, Linda. Will private messages in comments be for both profile and fan page interaction? Oh, no. I see what you're saying. I had to think for a minute there. No, the answer to that question, I mean, I'm taking an educated guess, but I can't imagine that Facebook would introduce that. That's going to be really a lot of but it's interesting because they did just introduce, if we go back to this couple days ago, I published this announcement. I think this is really big news that Facebook is replacing the other folder in your message, and you go up here into your messages. The other, I don't think we get the other on mobile, but the infamous other folder for messages on Facebook will soon be extinct. They're replacing it with message request, means that anybody on Facebook can send you a request regardless of whether you're friends or not. Or they follow you or you follow them. But the good news is that you can accept or ignore requests, and the other person just does not know that you've read their message. Thank goodness for that. But we'll see. I actually have the feature, but I don't think I've gotten any requests just yet because it's still just getting rolled out. But the fact that they're doing that on personal profiles, we'll see. I'm not sure, Linda, about your question there. My guess is probably it won't, but just for everybody's benefit, what Linda's asking, you see how this is a fairly new feature on my own posts, and when people make a comment, there's a new feature that I can private message them. See, so I could reply to Janet, and that's just going to pop in the comments, or I could private message her. See? Interestingly enough, it actually includes my whole post there. And I can write her a private message. This is really, really big news, excuse me, because previously, historically, ever since Facebook's had this private message feature on pages, that fans and visitors were the only ones that could initiate an inbound message, but we could not reach out and initiate a new conversation with anybody unless and until they had actually started one with us. When I say us, I mean, a page owner. All right. So I'm really excited though about it. I think it's awesome. One of the reasons they introduced that feature that Linda's asking about is you can imagine a lot of companies that have had real challenges with what do you call it? Negative responses. Distracted again. Negative responses and negative comments. Being able to private message right from the comment is a really expedient way of taking the issue offline. Manpreet, I was just curious about why the message isn't below yours, but that's really interesting. I don't know if it's because of the way you have your profile set. Yeah, it probably is, because you think you have a lot of your privacy. You have your privacy. Either you do, or there's some kind of a security protection with in India. I just don't know that for certain. It's not public knowledge. But yeah, isn't that interesting? So I can message all these folks, but not you. Very interesting. Interesting developments, right? All right, Gail is a wonderful fine artist, and she's asking, how do you get that message button? Love it. During Messenger session. Okay, so yeah, okay, so I just answered that earlier, and these are questions, as I say, that were gathered up from our Wednesday webinar. Go into your settings, messages, check, and save changes. Then you're going to want to go into your messages on a regular basis and make sure that you're managing them. Wonderful thing. You are, or someone on your team actually is pretty good. Let's see. Seeking help here. Help me. I don't receive any help from Facebook or any response. See, this is unfortunately, I get a lot of these kinds of inquiries, but I can get some of my admin onto this. Now that's weird. It's Facebook's getting a little buggy there for a second. So you can create saved replies. We're called saved replies. So let's say I'm going to do this, and I'll just give it a name: Facebook support, and then hi. Watch this. Personalize. Hi, first name, and in this case it's John Adele. I might go, thank you for reaching out. I'd love to help you. However, I suggest you use one of the forms listed here. Now then, this is my own list of forms to contact Facebook, and this is probably, we get a lot of these kinds of questions. Sign off. I usually sign off cheers. And now in this case, watch this. I can go personalize and I can put admin's first name. So any of the admins on my team could use this saved reply and their name would pop in there. See that? Person's first name. And other things you can personalize is, please visit our website. And I'm not sure why they left this one to your website URL, because you think it would be pretty standard. Automatically add, as in visit our website at your website URL. I suppose it saves you from typing it out. So anyway, I'd hit save reply. And then there it is. See, and you can scroll through them. You can search. Let's say I'm saying, oh, where was that one that I was talking about support? Here it is. I'm going to click on it. Now it's dropped in here and I could hit reply. So I really like that. I'm actually not going to do that right yet, but anyway, okay. So how's everybody doing? Let me come back on camera and greet you. It's I don't have my Halloween costume on yet, or again. It's Mari Smith coming to you live from sunny San Diego. It's quite a lovely day. And it is Saturday, October 31st, 2015. It's now gone just after 10:30 a.m. Pacific. And I hope you are having a blessed day wherever you are in the world. If you're watching this live, are you out and about today, trick or treating, having some extra candy? So what I'm doing here today is I'm going through a number of the questions that we had asked live on the webinar back on Wednesday. And then we'll we'll do a few from the Cision webinar as well that I had recently. So if you have questions for me, feel free to pop them below if you're watching this on my Facebook page. All right. So thanks for being here with us. And if you're watching the replay and you have questions, do come over to my Facebook page, facebook.com/Mari Smith, and myself and or my team would be happy to help you. All righty, let's dive into some more questions. Let me resize this window. That's probably what I should do. That would make more sense. My little hangout window. So, audience size. Sabra Nelson is asking, do you recommend a smaller group of people, say 1,000 to 5,000, for a small business promoting locally, or a larger target group such as 55,000 or more? Okay. Go back to my screen share so you can see what we're doing. Perfect. You know, it's interesting because sometimes when I get asked these questions and I have to almost interpret and read between the lines as to what the person means. So I'm going to take two angles with this one. Sabra is possibly asking about the size of her page, or more likely asking about the target when she's doing ads. Do you recommend a smaller group of people, 1,000 to 5,000? The interesting thing is that for years I've said that the tipping point, if you will, the tipping point in terms of when you'll start seeing traction, results, sales coming in, phone ringing, you know, orders, new prospects, is somewhere between 500 and 1,000. 500 and 1,000, whether it's email addresses, Facebook likes, Twitter followers, you know, traffic to your site, that kind of thing. It's pretty hard to get much traction with less than that 1,000. So, but a small business promoting locally, I actually think that you guys have an advantage because you can go into your ads manager and get very granular with the kind of ads that you're placing. You can get very granular. If we go over here, I think this is going to walk us through our tutorial here. Like I say, I don't use the ads manager as much as I do the Power Editor. So reach people near your business. I mean, Facebook literally has an entire type of ad designed for local businesses, right? So it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. So even call it local awareness. At the campaign level, we're setting the objective. Next up, ad set. Ads Manager is starting to look a little more like Power Editor. I'm glad they did it this way though, because before you didn't even know what else was coming, but at least down the left side you see what else is coming. So let's say we are going, you can enter a street. That's amazing. With a 3-mile radius, 1 mile radius. I mean, you can get that particular about where you're going. So let's say I'm going to take my PO box. There we go. So if that's Rancho Bernardo right here, and that's in 3 miles, or I could do 1 mile. I mean, that's, I don't know that you do 1 mile. That's really, oh, but this is also part of the beacon. You know, I mentioned the other day on the webinar about Facebook Beacon. If you are a local business, I recommend that you go ahead and request a Bluetooth beacon. Just Google it, it'll come up. Facebook Bluetooth beacon. It's free. You get this magic little device, tiny little thing like that, sends out a signal to people who are within the vicinity, and then they'll come up and see place tips. I've seen this actually in a number of places because I've been traveling around the country so much, the United States, but also abroad. And depending on what area you're in, you'll see this little thing will pop up. Imagine I'm sitting there or I'm close by Dominique within that 1 mile radius or whatever, Dominique Ansel Bakery, and then this will pop up like, whoa, okay, there's a bakery here. Okay, I think I'll go. I'm gonna go and check them out. So yeah, select the page that you want, your email address, your number of locations. Wow, you can even 10 or more locations. But that's how these are designed. They're pretty darn magical that you can go ahead and write down to a 1 mile radius, attract people to come into your business with a local awareness ad. It's very, very powerful. Okay, so and then a larger group target. So yeah, and with this, I might split test it. See, you could do and drill it down to super local, 1 mile, 3 mile, do some different tests, split tests. That's the beauty of the Power Editor, is you can do a lot of split testing. But then you could also have a whole ad set that was to a larger group. Just depends. You need to test it. Let's talk about lookalike audiences. Jacqueline is asking, what's the difference between a custom audience and a lookalike? They're very similar. I know that's what gets confusing, doesn't it? So we're going to create audience actually from here. It just wants me to do that from there. Okay, so let's bring up our Magic Power Editor. And I can answer that question real quickly and simply, actually, and I'll do a quick show and tell. Custom audience is where you upload your existing list. It could be a list of email subscribers or previous customers. Gosh, even people who've unsubscribed from your list. I know people that do that. If somebody's unsubscribed from your list, and you go ahead and you put an ad in front of them. I don't know about the etiquette of that. I don't do it myself necessarily, but so let's go over here. You're going to go to audience and create audience, and you've got the 3 different types up the top there. Custom audience, you're going to upload, see, your customer list, match emails, phone numbers, go back for a second, emails, phone numbers, Facebook user IDs, mobile advertiser IDs. Vast majority of these are going to be 99% or so will be emails. You match the emails. If the person has the exact same email address on your list as they log into Facebook, that is how the match is done. You'll get anywhere from 40, 50, 60% match, maybe even higher. And then it's totally anonymous. It's what's called hashed, right? It's hashed that you won't actually get the person will not know that you've done that necessarily, or Facebook's not suddenly going to start, blasting your list because you uploaded it. You know what I mean? So these are all custom audiences. And the other type is website traffic. So we saw that on the Ads Manager. We're in Power Editor right now. Use the exact same little window, right? So this custom audience would be people who visited my website, but you can see the options here. They visited specific pages and maybe not other pages, or they have not visited in a certain amount of time. You can attract them to come back, right? Or a custom combo. This is all custom audience. And then a lookalike is going to take one of those custom audiences that you already created, either your own email list or website traffic, or your page. As you see there, is grayed out if I click in it. No, it still stays there, but a conversion tracking pixel. So people that opted in or added to cart, remember all those events, or a lookalike similar to your page. Actually, I think I was doing one of those recently. Yeah, look at that. If you can see it grayed out right there. I did a lookalike recently. 1.9 million people look similar just in the US. That's a 1%, US 1%. That's amazing. And then I did separate. I did Australia, Canada, Great Britain, all these different lookalikes. So these are people who look like my fans, and it's only 1%. And that's what they say is the sweet spot. We don't want to be going into up to the, I think it's 10% even. It's too many. It's millions and millions. And it sounds nice, right? You think, oh my gosh, I think I'll target millions and millions of people, but you might be diluting your effect or your results. Gerardo Perez, what a lovely name. Can you create a lookalike audience that is geo-targeted? Oh, I remember this question. I think we did cover that on the other webinar. But The answer to that, I'm pretty sure you must be able to. An audience that's geo-targeted, a lookalike, you was asking, right? A lookalike audience that's geo-targeted, yeah. Choose a country to target. Yeah, yep. Yes, you can. Well, then you're saying geo, so it wouldn't be as granular like we just saw with the local awareness ad, the local awareness. But then you see, if you were doing it through a custom conversion tracking pixel, if you upload your own database and they're within a certain vicinity, a certain mile radius, and then you go to choose a lookalike, you can keep it within the realms. And then the other thing too is that as you then place your ad to that lookalike audience, then you can have the parameters narrowed down to a zip code. Does Facebook limit or throttle display of posts to group pages? I don't know what that means, because I don't know what I mean by group page. There's groups and there's pages. I think maybe I get it. Okay. So groups, when you have a Facebook group, no, Facebook groups, I got a number of Facebook groups. These are all 100%. Nothing is ever throttled. It's all displayed fully, 100%. Okay, so let's keep moving along. If you just joined us, greetings and welcome. Mari Smith here doing some live Facebook Q&A on this lovely Saturday Halloween morning. Clicks to website retargeting audience numbers. Mary, have a campaign running with several ad sets and ads. I've had over 800 clicks to the website, but yet my customer retargeting audience is at 200 and does not move up as the clicks to website increases. Of several other business owners having the same issue. I've had over 800 clicks. Oh, I see what she's saying. Yeah. 800 clicks, but the retargeting is at 200. Yeah, I don't know. I actually don't know the answer to that question. And especially if others are having the same issue, it sounds like it must be a bit of a bug. I'll have to look into that one. We'll have to look into that one. I don't know. It sounds like a bug. All right, ads. Nina and Chuck, are lead ads available now? Yes, lead ads are available now. Let's see if they are available across the board to everybody. Let's go back and they're actually only available in Power Editor. We go over here. Let's say we're going to go and create an ad down here, create ad. Boost test. So, oh no, I didn't mean to do that because I've selected a new one. I actually have to create a new campaign. What am I thinking? Yeah. So go to Power Editor, facebook.com/Power Editor. Click the top level, create campaign, create a new one. I'm just going to go, let's see, one of my acronyms, lead ads, and it's right here. If you have it, it will be the very bottom one. A lot of different types of ads, but you can see how there's just a couple more options than there are on the ad manager. So you come down to the bottom and you'd hit lead generation. And that's what the new lead ads are. Okay. And so we do that, and we go to the campaign level. The ad set level, choose our page, set the daily budget, our schedule, make sure you got your audience. Lead ads are only available in the mobile newsfeed, which we love. We love, because that is, I think I had them on here. Yeah, right here, because it's what Facebook's calling tap, done. So in the mobile newsfeed, you'll see this little button. There's a number of choices called action choices. So someone sees that, oh, that looks interesting. Yeah, I'd actually like to sign up for that. They tap subscribe or whatever the CTA button is, called action. They get a chance on the very next screen, they get a chance to edit the name and email and whatever else you're asking them, up to 3 other fields that you're asking them for. You hit submit and it's done. Oh, actually they're there right now. Apply now, download, I put them there. Get quote, learn more, sign up, subscribe. Buy now is not yet available directly through Facebook, but it is through Shopify. Shopify is the only e-commerce app right now, third-party app that allows the buy button. People will literally purchase right through purchase in their feed. Pretty cool. So yeah, if you're not seeing it there yet in Power Editor and it's not available to you in your country, but my guess is it actually is. It actually is in all countries. Lauren, Director of Franchise Operations at Studio Bar. Hello. Any tips to boosted ads being approved and not rejected? Aha. Number one reason that boosted posts get disapproved is the text, is you have too much text. Let me come out of this guy, leave this thread. I was playing around with one last night, actually. I was just doing a little last minute promotion for my friends at Lead Pages. And I went to boost it. I don't normally use the boost button too much, but it's a great place to start. And it's great to just give a little amplification into a certain crowd. And I saw that some person hadn't heard of Lead Pages. That's all good. But so then I should have known better. It was a little late, but then there was a time sensitive offer. I actually did, in this case, I did what this is called post gating. I did not post this to my whole fan base. Post gating, if you know about that, is where you come in here into the publisher. This whole area is called the publisher. And this magic little target button. So you hit that target and you can narrow it. Now you can narrow this post down to all these fields: gender, relationship, status, education, age, location, language, interests, and post end date. Oh, I just realized I should have done that post end date, because that had actually expired at midnight last night. But anyway, I just did geography for that one. So narrow audience, and I would go location. So in this, and then you hit all locations. In this example, I picked Western states. So Washington, Oregon, California, Alaska, Hawaii. I think we did Arizona as well, maybe Nevada. So just kind of Pacific Coast and earlier. So then you can see, and it gives you the number. So 19,000. Now the beautiful thing about post gating is only the people in that target will even see that post on your wall or in the newsfeed. And then also when I boosted it, I boosted it to that same group. Actually, when you boost it, Facebook allowed me to also choose the Canadian. We did BC as well, BC and Alberta. But the interesting thing, what happens is that I think they took $20. They took $20, and then they came back and said, "Oh, it was being disapproved because it's got too much text." I even knew that. It was a bit cheeky, but there you go. You see, I actually managed to get 1,000 organic and 1,400 paid before they disabled my ad. It's a bit cheeky. It's something that I kind of sometimes intentionally do. I'm like, oh, no way that'll get approved. So let's just boost it and see, we'll get a little lift, a small lift. But really, I should have made an image without the text. Okay, let's just say hello for a little moment again and see how you're doing. How's your energy holding up? If you just joined us, it is Mari Smith coming to you live on this lovely sunny day. It's Halloween. Are you out trick-or-treating yet? Are you going to get dressed up? Or maybe you're dressed up already. Are you going out with your kids? Are you going to rent some kids? Oh, too fun. And you have a supply of chocolates to give out to the kiddos. I'm happy you're here. Thanks for taking time. This is a little impromptu, but I'm doing this to make sure that I answer as many questions as possible. And we're actually going to get this session transcribed, and then put all of the questions and answers will form the basis of a lot of content. So it's very clever what we're doing here today. So those of you that are joining us live, love it. Really appreciate you. You're awesome. And if you do have questions for us live, and I can hop over to my live Hangout tab here. And let's see. I'm happy to answer any questions there. Merci. Bon matin. Angelique. You are in New Brunswick. How cool. Oh. Yeah, David. Oh, hi, David. Good question. Did you say that 80% of the users on Facebook use smartphones? We want to advertise on mobiles. Okay, so it's actually 88%. 88% of Facebook users access the platform on their mobile device. And so when you are doing ads, if I go back to my screen sharing again here, I just keep alternating a little bit so that you know I'm still here. Of course, I'm still here. Yeah, can I wait? Yeah, David was asking a question here. 80%. It's not that you want to definitely advertise on mobile. What I like to do is, if I go back over to my Power Editor, and what David's asking is in the ad set. It's under ad sets is the placement. In this case, I chose the objective and campaign as lead ads. Remember that lead ads are only available in mobile. So if I were to go and look at another one of my ad sets, we'll get a different choices with the placement. Except it's not playing nice. Oh, because that's a lead ad as well. What are you doing here, Mari? Test. Oh, they're both lead ad tests. I'm messing around here. We'll have to do another one. Let's do a website conversion. It's one of my favorites. Let's do this one. Conversion, and we're going to do a new one. Say, okay. All right, so the question was about mobile. What I would do is possibly under the same campaign. In this example, I chose, as you saw there, the website conversion. So let's say I keep this campaign. I'm driving traffic to my Business Builder Facebook Focus course, and then I might do multiple ad sets and experiment around with certainly with a variety of audiences, and then also with a variety of placements. So maybe on this first ad set, I'm only going to do the mobile newsfeed. I'm going to take all of those off, right? And then what I can do is come up to this little magic button, hit duplicate. I'm going to keep the same campaign in this instance, let it duplicate, and see how it says copy. So I'm going to edit that. And then this one will say desktop. This one will say was mobile. And so I go back to my desktop, and I'm going to come back, you monkeys. Desktop, and where I had mobile, this one I'm going to hit just desktop. Maybe I'll keep them together. I'll do right column and newsfeed. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a slightly different version of the ad on desktop. And as far as ads go, by the way, that you'll get some really good traction with carousel ads, right? All the parameters in. So this is what you can do. An ad with an image or a video is the first choice they're giving you, or an ad with multiple images or videos in a carousel. They're even saying recommended. I don't know why they don't do that first with the little thing selected. So you can do up to 5. 5 is your max. Won't let you do any more. And then it slides along like that. Now you can actually do these in posts. I don't know if you've seen them yet, but when you go to load a link, right? When you post a link, I'm curious if this is the case for all pages. Let's say I'm going to do this, which is actually what I did on this post here that I have pinned to top, because it's pulling all the different images I have on that page, and you can actually lift them up and reorder them. This is not for an ad. This is actually now for an organic post. Let's say I think, oh, I don't want add to cart. If I click along here, you'll see what it looks like. It's like, oh, that doesn't look pretty. I don't want that one. I'll just click it, take it off. And then I'll say, and I can add a new one. So I can hit the plus here, and I can upload one from my, let's see if I had one up here. Oh, that's for lead pages. Yeah, if I had one up there, I'd load it up, move the order around, however I want to do it. And then also you can click in here and edit this field for each one. Second The thing you can't do yet is have for an organic carousel photo post, you can't make each of these go to a different link. They're all going to go to the same link. See, here's one I baked already. So as people cycle through, and on desktop, you're clicking, right? But on mobile, you're just swiping. You're swiping. And so you can certainly have different calls to action on each image. And it always ends with your own page, by the way. It's always going to end with your own profile image of your page. And then it's going to actually, I think that is standard as well. I don't think you can edit that one. I'll find out if I go up here. Yeah, see, you can't edit that one. That's actually the final call to action. It has your page in that. See more at. Okay, so this is pretty cool because I noticed some pages doing this, and it's just really effective. It's kind of eye-catching. You want to do some creative things with your images. You could create like kind of one long banner and then just section them off so that it kind of intrigues people to see what's beyond that, and they swipe and click. But then, of course, when you go to boost that or go into your Power Editor and promote a previous post, an existing post like this, what we can actually do is take, where did it go? Big news, live from the Facebook room. Hello holiday season, that's the one that I called it, right? And there we have it. See? Now, the cool thing about this is great. I actually just taught you a whole strategy that I recommend, is that creating a post, getting some organic reach on it. In this case, we did a carousel organic post, got some traction. Now would be a great time to promote this post because it's already got organic traction. Pretty cool stuff, huh? Okay, so Instagram ads. Tried Instagram ads, but can't figure out how to get the reporting on it in Facebook Power Editor. Well, good question. I just did some myself. See if we can get this to load. It's been a little buggy for me lately. Active schedule, inactive, completed. You know, it's so funny because I use either the ads manager or the I use the mobile, not much, but a little bit. Manage ads, go away, continue. Every time I turn around, they move things. How come it won't load? There you go. So just go to manage ads, and in it comes. Something went wrong. Oh, Facebook. Yeah, that's what I found the other day. I don't know why. We'll see if I can get this working. But this is where it just is frustrating when things don't work, especially when you're live webinar. I did an Instagram video ad the other day there, Leanne, and I saw that the results were indeed in that area that I was trying to pull up. And I actually got 6 cents per 10-second video view on Instagram, and we got better results on Instagram than the same video ad I did on Facebook, although it was a longer video, but still same 10-second video view. I'm going to highlight that and get back to you on that one because I'm not sure why that's not playing nice. Michelle of Corvias Military Living is asking, is Instagram advertising targeting similar to Facebook? It's not only similar, it's identical. It's exactly the same. Yeah, absolutely. Isn't that neat? Same custom audiences, all the granular targeting. It's really cool. Saz Wilson over there in the UK. Hello, Sandra. Interested to know how to get webinars on the Facebook tab. Oh, cool. Okay, go and just go to www.22mari.com. That's my special little link that you guys will know where they'll know that you came from moi. And that's what I'm doing right now. We're broadcasting live through my Facebook page, and you can create this little tab. The cool thing that you can do is all kinds of things, fundraisers, sweepstakes. You name it. This is going to start playing. There we go. Yeah, some really, really cool features in here that you can do. One install, many possibilities. In fact, if I show you the live app, let me leave this page because I'm not going to post that. This is the back end of it. See, so content, this is where I was just before we went live, and we just hit media, and you can do all kinds of cool things in here. You can put a photo, a video from any one of these. A Facebook video you can feature, a YouTube video, an audio, a social visitor faces. That one's always fun to put in. A stream, this is what we're doing right here, is a Hangout. So we've got that Hangout is streaming. You can have it auto playing. And then there's even other ones like this countdown timer I like to use. But it's really simple editor to use, and you can have these buttons. The cool thing is that they integrate with your e-commerce platform, like I use Infusionsoft, so that can automatically add people to my Infusionsoft. It also collects other information from people who are on Facebook. It's a really powerful app. It's great for doing contests, sweepstakes. Hi, Jen. My business page doesn't have the location target button available in the publishing area that you just highlighted. Is this only available in public figure pages? Location target button. That's in what I showed is not in the page. That is in under the ads manager. And we were doing this local awareness, weren't we? Let me just get a little further forward. I should have left that one. Yeah, this is where we're. So this piece here, this is actually in the ads manager. Oh, but I did connect it to my page, didn't I? Yeah. Well, that's interesting. I don't know what's happening with that, Jen. I'm not sure what area you're in. You're awfully young to be on Facebook. That's probably your daughter. How cute. Very cute. By the way, as you're watching this, you can uncheck that little button for auto refresh comments. It's an interesting little feature, but if you're in the middle of typing something and it refreshes, it's a little challenging, but alrighty. Call to action. Patrick is asking, I can't seem to get the new call to action to go live on my Facebook video ad newsfeed and right-hand column. I have selected the call to action, learn more website URL and display link, but it won't show up in my ad. Can you think of what I might be doing wrong? I can't seem to get the new call to action to go live in my Facebook video ad. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. And that one probably going to be just one of those little frustrating bugs. I wonder also how you're testing it, Patrick. I wonder if you actually have someone that could test it for you. If the ad is live, but that's going to be tricky. I don't know how you can. Well, you could get the link. You can get the link to the ad and then have someone else test it because it might be showing up different for you. What Patrick's talking about is that you can create. I get so many things open now, don't I? You can create video ads, right? Mm-hmm. So you can. I always recommend connecting to your page. Of course, you don't have to, but it does say it'll disable newsfeed ads. Yeah, interesting. You can. So you're going to upload a video. Down here, video. Select a video. Or this is kind of cool. It's a fairly new feature. You can create a slideshow with 3 to 7 images. Create a slideshow for your video ad. It's kind of cool. Oh, I got a lot of old images in here. I would not. Let's say we'll do that. That. These are all different sizes. That's wild that it's taken that. My little animated GIF. 7. So up to 7. Ta-da! And then probably you can move these around. Well, let's do this. Transition. And every time we turn around, right, Facebook's got new cool features. And we do that. I bet you can move these. Surely you can. Look at that. Don't you think a simple thing like that we could just do a little drag and drop and move the order around? So you basically have to select the right order. Of course, when you're uploading photos to Facebook, your newsfeed, your timeline, it automatically, you have to select them in the order that you want them to go in, unless you're using desktop. And so Patrick, this is the question that he was just asking. See, call to action. Choose the action you want people to take when they see your ad. That means actually when, when they see your ad. It's interesting, they have shop now, but buy now. Create audience from people who view this video. That's always good. I like that. Preview's coming. A custom image for the thumbnail. Look at that. Of course, they need to be a specific size, dimensions. But see, they're making it even easier for you to create video. See, that's going to automatically move in the newsfeed. There'll be no audio. Actually, I'm seeing a lot of Facebook's own ads in the newsfeed are videos without audio. They're nicely shot videos. I haven't seen them doing slideshows. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, Patrick, what's happening with that, because you should be able to just select your, but if you mean it's not showing down here, then usually it shows in the end. It's going to show when people have finished reading the ad. Well, I think that's what you're talking about. There is also when you're doing a video. Let's take a look here. Let's do something fun for a moment. Why not? We're going to push the boundaries of technology and see if I can do something cool. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. You're awesome. I'm going to see if I can get my phone to display on the computer. And the app I'm looking for is called Reflector. Stop sharing my screen when I look up stuff. I just might have a few things on here that shouldn't be shown. All right, so let's see if this will play nice. Play nice. It's funny, when you do a Facebook Live, it leaves you with that screen. Let's see if I can get it. My nails need to be redone today, so don't look too close. But anyway, it gives you this little update on what your stats were, your Facebook Live stats. Okay, so let's see if I can do this. AirPlay, it might actually, I think it's gonna work. Mirroring, let's see, is it doing it? Let's see, yes! How exciting. Okay, so I better go back to sharing my screen. I love it when it works. Except it's stuck now. Oh crap. No, I took it off. Oh, thank you, Apple technology. You're gonna work nicely. Okay, so I'm going to go to screen share and I'm going to share my phone on the screen with you using a cool app called Reflectors by AirSquirrels. And there's a reason why I'll see in a moment, because we're still talking in essence about video ads. Let's see if it'll come up. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, as soon as I switch to desktop sharing. Oh man, it don't want to play nice, does it? And you're probably going to say, well, can you share your screen? And then if I share this, no. I think the app just crashed. It did. We crashed the app. Whoop-de-daisy. Yeah. Okay. Yep, it's disappeared. Bummer. Well, if we can't do it on the app, what I wanted to show you, I actually made a video about it. It's in my newsfeed. You can see it. But when you, not my newsfeed, you know what I'm saying. It's in my, it's on my page. When you scroll and you see a video and you play it, of course, now I'm going to try to find a video. The very time you're trying to find a video, it's not going to show a video. You try to play it, and then it shows you an ad. And when you get to the end of that video ad, or any videos, it does have that. Isn't that wild? I can't find any videos in my feed. All right, let me go back to Facebook. Let me go back to sharing what I'm talking about. Yeah, thanks, Calvo. Calvo Wood Carving. You bet. This is just a really impromptu, informal, casual Q&A. It's very, very different today. It's just, I'm just doing Q&A today, straight Q&A. But I hear you. Normally I have slides. I actually have this whole deck that I walked through 42 different slides on Wednesday, and you can watch the replay. We'll make sure that you get that. So the video, actually, if I go back to my videos, video as well. Was it this one? No. There it is. Oh, so why? Oh, I know why, because I have those. It's a playlist. Huh. I have to make sure that I update my playlist. New Facebook mobile video features. So take a look at this video if you can on my tab, and you'll see this is the new, what will be the new Facebook video news feed. And this the message button down the bottom that sits above your home key is going to get replaced with a button that says video. Do you ever do that? You go to forward it and now it's not going to play because you forwarded it past the buffer. No, it won't play. But anyway, yeah, so there'll be a video button right here in place of Messenger. And when you tap a video and you play it and it finishes playing, it automatically scrolls up to the next video. And every third video is an ad. And on that ad, when it's finished playing, the same as all other video ads, really, or excuse me, organic video, is it should take you to a call to action. So Patrick, I'm not sure what's happening with that. Sounds like a bug. Monica is asking, what's the best way to manage all the different credit cards from clients to pay for ads? I have several accounts that run them, but you can only list one payment at a time. They're not easy to switch between. I would say, are you using Business Manager? That is actually designed, for agencies and, multiple users, multiple clients. If you're not using that yet, you're not familiar with it, I would definitely basically Google it. Facebook Business Manager. Oops, managers. I meant to say manager. There it is. Business.facebook.com. Right, and it will come up, and it's the businesses that you already have in your account will come up as well. But that's the best way, really. Okay, video and video editing. Shelly, how do I target fans of certain pages for a video view? For a video view. Oopsie daisy. I'm playing. I was like, all of a sudden I heard myself playing in my earbud, but I don't have my earbud in. Okay. Target fans of certain pages for a video view. Well, I'm pretty sure you should be able to do that. Go back to the audience on this guy. Go to edit audience. And under your interests, I don't normally target fans, but let's just say that we target Mashable. It's not right. 6 million people liked Mashable, who like or have expressed an interest in or like pages related to Mashable. I see. It's pretty big. But yeah, I mean, it's just the same. It's not really any different when you're targeting pages, fans of certain pages, and for a video view. I think what you're doing is a video ad, and you're wanting fans of certain pages to view your video. I mean, it's no different than doing other types of ads. Nancy's asking, what's the name of the video? Oh, I remember that question. We answered that on Wednesday. That was actually a Twitter video that I had uploaded. Yeah, I couldn't believe how simple it is to take a longer video, upload it to Twitter, and it helps you to just automatically pull a portion of it. Let's see if I can actually do that right now. MP4. Oh, that was a long video. I better not do that one. That was too long. Yeah. Oh, I know. Let's just grab another MP4. What else might I have? 30 seconds. That's a 30-second one. FB Boost. Here you go. How long is that? Oh, yeah. So I think this is the one I did. 78 meg. So this is about 7 minutes. This is a 7-minute video. Look how fast it loaded. It takes a portion of it. Now then, just with this little slider, I can move it. And I'm picking up to 20 seconds is all I'm allowed. Right? So that's my start point. Is so far I've selected 21 seconds. See, just move it to where you want, where the start point, the end point, done, and boom, up it goes. Why can't Facebook have a nice, simple editor like that? See, 20-second version of a 7-minute video. If you think, oh, I don't want that, I want to go back to the trim. That's, Twitter's not doing as well as Facebook these days, but I think that's definitely a really cool feature. Search. Yeah, we had answered that question already. Search is definitely getting better. How do you delete posts? When a spammer, on Twitter, you just block the spammer, just block them. And on Facebook, you just, anytime you get any spam content at all, you just can delete it. I don't know, just Shaggy Man. Hey, you're a lovely girl. So let's say I want to, if I hit that little X, which you can actually, that's the default, hiding it. So I've just hidden that post, and so he can still see it. He doesn't know I've hidden it, but he can see it, and any of his friends can see it. So, but nobody else can. So let's say I really don't want to see it. Then I'm going to hit delete. And then I actually might ban him if I really don't like his content, right? So that's it, reduces down, and then I go ban, which actually I'm not going to ban him right now, but that would be how you would do that. Okie dokies. Industry specific. Derek is asking, what advice would you give to people who don't have visually appealing products, such as translators? Yeah, I think I saw Juan had commented on that the other day, but I think there's all kinds of creative things that you can do. It's not that it all has to be visually appealing, but because video is so popular right now, that you could feature staff members behind the scenes, how translators are made, taking us behind the scene, a little 30-second or 2-minute video, and then make different versions of it, of just and showcasing your team, your staff, how your company functions, what you guys do on holidays, fun stuff like that. Just having people get to know you. On my webinar on Wednesday, and I talked about one of these steps was about telling your authentic story. In fact, it was success factor number 1, tell your authentic story. So it's like people are not necessarily having a real strong personal connection to a translator, but they might be to the service. Actually, I don't know what you mean translator, if that's actually people are translating languages or if it's a machine or something. But anyway, Gail had asked a few more questions. Selling art, painting angels. I am selling art right now. I'm painting angels, and I've been getting so much support from fans on Facebook. Do I reach more people with a video or still shots? Definitely reaching more with video, but really, Gail, you do need to put a little bit of budget. You're getting some support from fans. Oh, that's great. And again, I would experiment between video and photo. For a small self-employed business artist, what do you suggest reasonable budget? Okay, yeah, I would maybe like $50 a week. The good thing is I mentioned the other week there on the other day, excuse me, on the webinar is like the example that we showcased. It's our friend Amy Norman over at Little Passports. I mean, her company is investing $250,000 a month on Facebook ads. And obviously she didn't start there. She actually started with like $30 for one ad. And then by the end of the month, she'd done about 3,000 or something. But the more results you see, obviously, the more you're going to invest. On that note, folks, I'd love to help you get a boost in your holiday revenue, your holiday sales. You can come over to marismith.com/Facebook Focus. Or if you are watching this on my Facebook page, there is a button below that. Did I pull it up again? Yeah, it's over here. If you're watching the replay or watching this live, this magic little button here, Get Facebook Focus. It is a very intense course, but over a short period of time, and we will actually make sure you have everything you need to increase your revenue before the holidays, possibly even before Thanksgiving. We were just going to meet a couple of times. It's got right here, 19th of November and the 23rd of November, and then a little follow-up on December 1st. And we're going to be sharing actually my advertising formula, which ads perform best, making sure you have your creative content plan. If you were with us the other week there, that's what I said. I keep saying the other week. It must feel like a week had gone by. That is actually the top challenge that small and medium-sized businesses have. I've talked to thousands of people all over the country and the world really in the last few months. And this just keeps coming up as their main issue is how to create content. Where does it start? And it all starts with good content. So yeah, it's really helping you to serve more customers, increase sales, create a rock solid 2016 marketing strategy. Super duper price that we have right now. It's only $147. By the way, I'm actually going to be rolling out some Facebook marketing certification programs. And so taking this course will actually give you a couple of credits towards that certification. Super exciting. All right, couple more questions and we better wrap. Answered live. We talked about making sure you have a watermark on your content. Deborah, how do you get to the page? How do you get to the page to get info from your customers? Ask them. Okay, so that was regarding lead ads. Facebook call it Facebook 123. Yeah, tap done. You download them, and that's in your reports. Facebook has a place there where they actually have you. Let me just pull this up. Lead Ads Help Center will give you a little right here. Perfecto. All right, so within the forms library, hang on. How can I collect a CSV export from your page or request? You can request through the API. For most people, it's going to be a CSV export. I haven't done much with lead ads yet because I typically send people to my own landing page, see, and use lead pages, and then they're automatically added through Infusionsoft. But I know a lot of folks out there doing some great experimentation and having great success with lead ads. There's some manual process so far because you're having to download in a CSV and then oh, you know, it is in your page. Excuse me. Yeah, it's in your page. It's really interesting that they're putting these into your page. Huh. That's right. Publishing tools at the top, lead ads form. So publishing tools, there we go. So it's actually at your page. They're making it even easier. Even easier. Forms library. Okay, so you create lead ad in there. And then once you've got your leads, it's really easy actually, making it real. Well, you know, it's interesting. I'm saying real easy. They're making it very difficult in the back end, or I suppose that is, yeah, the back end to create a lead ad. You do need to know what you're doing in here in Power Editor, right? Create your lead ad. Once you've done one though, it's really not going to be that difficult. See, this is a little example here. Little example, and then you know, whatever your sign up, learn more, get quote, right? And then once you've got leads, you'll go in and hit publishing tools, and then there'll be a little list of your ads right there. All righty. Susan Gibson, any questions on how to engage your list to promote a cause, not to purchase anything or donate, but to get behind sharing the word about something worthwhile? Yeah, that's a good one. I think I would just go back to recommending the 22 app. You can get that at 22mari.com. Simply because there's a viral element in there that you can actually create kind of a leaderboard and make it fun, in a way gamify it, and that's a good word, by the way, it makes it fun and people can see your content and then decide they want to share it with others. Marie, I'm in Australia, the workshop times. Yeah, okay, great. I know. I always try to pick times that work for as many time zones as possible. But yeah, you're right, Marie. What a pretty name. Because these are at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. They're all at 10 a.m. Pacific. So let me see my magic little world time buddy. Oh, I actually already had that up. Yeah, 4 a.m. It's 4 a.m. your time. Worldtimebuddy.com. I love this little guy. And you can actually put all kinds of different cities in there. So yeah, soon San Diego moves back by 1 hour. Oh, that's right. So this actually it will be. Oh, then you guys move as well, don't you? So confusing. Well, I know what to do is we just go time and date. That's a better way to do it. And we go November 19 at 10 a.m. Convert time. No, we don't do that. We go event time and answer. That's the one I want. Jeepers. Sometimes doing these things live is like, trying to work fast, but can't get it done. Just for everybody's benefit. I need to create this anyway. I'll come back and edit that. So thank you very much. Curious of all the different time zone changes. Dun, dun, dun. Drum roll. Sydney is 5 a.m. Sydney time on that date. Isn't it bizarre all that time changes? How we all around the world, some move and some don't. And just a couple more I'm going to go ahead and handle here. With Facebook ads, hello Anthony, with Facebook ads, is there any value to sending the first click to an internal Facebook lander? Oh yeah, we talked about that the other day. Facebook ads are cheaper to internal URLs. Oh yeah, I think that's interesting. So for example, if I was promoting this webinar and driving people to my 22 social landing page, you're thinking it'd be interesting to do some studies around that. Okay, good. We handled that. Debbie, let's make this our last question. When would a boosted post versus running an ad, what's the main difference? Well, boost is that you're not going to quite have as much control over the placement and the targeting, right? Let's say we're going to boost this guy here, which boost is great. Boost is excellent for using when you're kind of in a hurry, maybe you're just needing to get something out there. I like people who like your page and their friends. The more budget you put, obviously, the more people you'll reach. 300, 3,000. Let's reach 1 million people. You can put your conversions in here, which is great. Boost has gotten better and better over the last year or so. Really, really so much better. Edit your audience, so on and so forth. So that's great. But see, you can't say that I only want mobile newsfeed, or I want just mobile and desktop newsfeed and not right-hand side, or I want to get down in here and do some really creative targeting. You can do a little bit. You can do up to 10 interests. But you don't have access to all of those like partner categories and everything that you do in your Power Editor. If I go in here and go edit audience, all of these detailed targeting, as they call it, down in here, demographics, work, industries. Let's say you want business and financial. I want business and financial, but I want to exclude, you know, whatever it might be, entertainment, games, I don't know, just making this up, but you can see where it's like you can do some super duper granular targeting, connect to apps, events, advanced combos. I mean, it's just so much more advanced. That's all. That's really it. Depends on your time and your objective. You're in a hurry, you want to get a little bit more reach, do the boost. You want to get more granular with your results and your testing and your pixels and everything, such as we were talking about with our friends at Mixpo. Pixels are the beating heart of an effective campaign. The good thing is you can do pixels, you'll see on the boosted post. You can do the pixel, but it's just not going to be as advanced and doing conversion tracking and everything like that. Okay, so with that, I have reached the end. I do actually have some more questions on another sheet, but it's already gone 90 minutes and we better let you go and trick or treat. Thanks for being here today. And if I did not get to your question, please do feel free to go ahead and pop it on my page, and either myself and or my team would be happy to answer it for you. Let's see if we just got any other. Oh, Angelique, you look good, girl. Look at you with a mask and wig on. And Jessica too. Okay, I see. Ha ha ha, that's cute, Caroline. Great, so I didn't see any. I just wondered if there's any more final questions I could answer for you on that thread. Otherwise, I think we're good to go. Let's just check my 22 social. No, we're good. All right. So listen, have a blessed day. If you're watching the replay of this and you I hope you got some value from the questions I answered. And if there's any others I can answer for you, please feel free to reach out. Ideally, I don't get to Google Plus much or even YouTube necessarily. So go ahead and come over to Facebook, facebook.com/Mari Smith. I'd be happy to answer your questions there. Okay. Have a blessed day. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.